Hi, I'm Nancy Bliss. I wanted to give you a little intro on my playlist for summarization. Okay? When we summarize a book, it's a retelling. Okay? You can't remember everything. So we have to remember for nonfiction, informational text, we want to remember the main idea and the details that support it. For instance, the main idea for a section might be what dinosaurs ate. Okay, dinosaur. The main idea would be dinosaurs ate different things. Okay, and one of the details we might remember is that some dinosaurs were herbivores. They only ate plants, and they had flat teeth. Another detail that supports what dinosaurs ate would be that some dinosaurs were carnivores, and they ate meat, and they had sharp teeth. Okay. Another detail would be that, and some dinosaurs were omnivores. They ate both meat and plants. Okay, so that tells us what dinosaurs ate. The supporting details: some were herbivores, some were carnivores, and some were omnivores. Now, when it comes to fiction stories, which are fake stories, we have to include our characters, our setting, our problem, and our solution. And often, as we get older, we'll include the lesson. Okay, fiction stories were written, the author writes them to teach us a lesson about life, whereas nonfiction teaches us facts and details and information about a topic. For instance, the example I gave you with the topic was dinosaurs. Okay, so when we tell, a quick retell, it shouldn't be long, can really just be you telling the beginning, the middle, and the end. And just like in stories, the beginning tells us about the characters and the setting and gives us a little just brief something. Okay. The middle introduces the problem. So the middle of the retell should tell us what the problem is in the story. And the end is the solution. The problem gets solved. Whatever is happening with the character he's having trouble with, it gets solved. And then often we can figure out the lesson. What did the author want us to learn? Okay. So let's take the three bears. Everyone knows the three bears. So in the so if I wanted to retell, I'd say there were three bears who were eating breakfast, and the breakfast just wasn't right for each of them. So they decided to go for a walk in the woods. Along comes a little girl named Goldilocks, and she walks right into their house. Now, Goldilocks was tried everything. She tried the food, and she ate the little bear's food. She tried sitting on the chairs, and she broke the little bear's chairs. And then she went up and she fell asleep in the baby bear's bed. Okay. Then the bears came home, and they saw the food was eaten. They saw the chair was broken. They went upstairs and found Goldilocks in the bed, sound asleep. She woke up and she ran home and she never went back again. What's the lesson of the story? You don't go into other people's houses without being invited. It's just something we don't do. Okay? Okay. So let's take another story. The rainbow fish. Okay? There was a beautiful fish in the sea who had these beautiful rainbow different color scales. Well, all the other fish were a little jealous. They all wanted those beautiful scales. And the rainbow fish wouldn't share. So then the other fish didn't really want to play with him because they thought he wasn't very nice. Well, then the rainbow fish decided I can give one scale to each of my friends, all the other fish who lived in the sea with him, and he gave each of them one of his beautiful scales. So everybody had one and everybody was happy. And then everybody played with rainbow fish, and he had lots of friends. So the lesson we learned is to share. And we read that story in kindergarten, and we learn that sharing is caring. We care about our friends, we share with them, and we learn how to share. Okay? Simple, quick retells. All right? Just remember, keep it simple. You want your characters, you want your setting. Okay, that will happen in the beginning. Then you're going to tell about the problem in the middle, and then the solution in the end. And if you can figure it out, what's the lesson? What should we learn? Okay? All right, so watch these videos. I try to pick out short ones so they would be quick for you. I have a few of them because summarizing is a little more difficult than some of the other reading comprehension strategies that we have. But being able to summarize and to retell what you've read is a very important strategy because that's what reading is about. It's about learning about the topic that you read in nonfiction, learning the lesson, but understanding what happened that led to this. And when I'm trying to figure out the lesson, I always go to the problem and the solution. What was the problem? How was it solved? So in my life, how do I not want to have that problem? So what should I do not to have the problem, which is the solution? All right? Good luck with it.